guys. I don't have all my stream stuff set up for my new layout, so I apologize, but I don't have my starting stream. So hi. But hi. I have a crazy weekend right now because Wolfie and, well, my coffee giant from last week are actually hanging around. Wolfie's down the hall right now with my husband, but hi guys. I'm running a little bit late because I'm trying to get this. This is my new screen though. I'm trying to improve it a little bit. Hopefully this looks pretty good. You like it? Thank you. Torvi actually gave me the idea, other than the bit pan down in the bottom. If a bit comes in, you'll actually see it happen. But that is actually a tip jar that Rue gave me the idea for, so that's there. Hey. Thank you guys. But yeah, so I decided I wanted to try Keto Pizza. I've made pizza before and stuff, but never... Yeah, Wolfie's here. You want me to grab him? But, hi, Kane. But yeah, I've never made keto pizza before. I've made pizza crust and stuff like that, but never anything like this. So right now I've got my oven preheating, and I have to show you guys something that has to do with Wolfie. Sorry, he's in the other room. So, I said a while back that I really like Diet Dr. Pepper with cream soda. Laffy, you know about this because I talk about it all the time. So they started making a zero sugar version. Yeah, I could see you in the hallway.
I'm not apologizing.
Anyway, so they made a zero sugar version. Cut forward to last weekend, and my friend, the coffee giant, as you guys have dubbed him, came into town. His name is Ogre, by me knowing him. And he gave me 7 cases of this, which is the same thing. Took a picture of it, sent it to a couple people. So Wolfie's like, yeah, I'm coming up this weekend. And I'm like, okay, cool. In my basement, currently, there are another 28 cases of this, for a total of 34 cases of Diet Dr. Pepper with cream soda. Well, Dr. Pepper zero sugar with cream soda. I have a fucking palate. Oh my god. I think my stream might have dropped a few frames there. Hopefully you guys caught all that. But yeah. Did you guys catch that, or I need to repeat? I don't know. My computer's deciding that it wants to yell at me right now. Hopefully, stream will go okay. But anyways, how are you guys? How's everyone doing? Oh, you're back. Okay. Anyways, long story short, I now have an entire pallet of Dr. Pepper cream soda. Because I don't know if it's a troll or generosity at this point with my friends. I missed after you send it to a couple of people. I'm not sure. Laggy? Okay, give me a sec. I will survive just now. Yeah, I will survive somehow. My large quantities of Diet Dr. Pepper cream soda. I don't even know. Like, I'm like, what am I fucking supposed to do with this much? You know, I was cool when it was like 7 cases because I was like, all right, that'll get me through for like a month. Yeah. Anyway, so another interesting story real quick before we get started. So I was like, I'm going to be all Pinteresty and shit because, like, I'm a white woman and apparently that's what we do, right? It's play with Pinterest stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna do like these magnetized like fucking spice jars, right? So I spent all yesterday, I cleaned them all out and everything. I put the magnets on them. I got all my spices in these jars. And then I proceeded to put them on a metal thing and then found out that these lids don't turn right. So I had 6 jars come down and spices just all over my kitchen, which smelled amazing, but at the same time was not great. Korean pork chops. Hell yeah, that sounds amazing. Fish sauce the shit out of those. But cool to see you, Kane. Actually, hey Wolfie, you want to say hi to Kane real quick? I'll see if he'll come over. It doesn't matter. It's generosity or trolling. That's true, so long as I have it in the end, right? I'm sorry for the no music, guys, but I think that's what's fucking with my stream is my Spotify. Oh, he's not gonna come in. He's shy, apparently, now. Anyway. Alright, so, getting back to actually making the pizza. So anyways, getting back to actually making the pizza. The first thing that I'm going to do is actually make a sauce. Because I could technically go buy some, but a lot of times if you've ever been into the grocery store, you'll notice that there's a lot of sugar that happens to be in tomato sauce and in stuff in, you know, just in fucking general in America. Like we throw sugar in random shit and I have no idea why. Which makes it not so keto friendly. Hey, Magic. So, part of keto is low carb and low sugar, right? Because you're trying not to affect your blood sugars. And carbs actually affect your blood sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and make my own. So I got the recipes. They're already on the exclamation point recipe if you guys wanted to take a look at them. But for that recipe, I'm going to need some garlic chopped up. So we're going to start with that. So let me get our cutting board in to our camera here. Maybe get my cord out of the way. I don't know what Wolfie's doing back there. I can hear him listening to the fucking stream. Yeah, so that's my two recipes that I'm going with. And what we're going to put on this pizza, for those of you who are interested, is I'm actually going to put pepperoni, mushrooms, and ricotta. Because I thought that would be pretty good. Went to the deli and actually got like fresh pepperoni and stuff like that. Wolfie and I say hey. Okay. They're in the office building a shelf. Because that's what people with a house do on the weekends, is we build things. But that is apparently what is going on back there. I'm sure he'll poke in. And my coffee giant has said that he is going to deliver me some coffee at some point today. So that'll be fun. So for this recipe, it actually makes like 3 cups of pizza sauce, which there's no way in hell I need 3 cups, you know? So we're just going to go ahead and have this recipe. So we're going to start off with our pretty knives and our cutting board here. So, kind of missing the music. I wonder if I could just have my music played on my Google and you guys would hear it in the background when I move around. Break. Magic. Magic, I'm not even like doing anything yet. I'm literally cutting garlic. What the hell, man? Thank you. How are you? How are things going? I haven't been in the Minecraft server in forever. Are you still jumping in? Valheim stole all of my attention for crafters, and so I've been in that a lot. But thank you. Hey, you got to see a biddy drop into the pan. I'm not even kidding when I say that. So Taco is going to school for programming, so we spent an hour playing with Collision JavaScript to make sure that that pan, the biddies actually dropped in the right spot. And it was fun because I'm a nerd. But I enjoyed it. I'm gonna try to kick my music back on here. You're not in the server, also very busy? Yeah, I get it. Have you been on lately? Because I haven't. I know Rue at one point was fucking around with magic. Not you, as in the actual, like, magic mechanic in the game. I also know that my polar bear died because somebody decided not to take care of him. Actually, no, I heard, like, a creeper got into our area and killed me and Hen, the polar bear. Thank you for the biddies. Another 30? Why? Magic, you're crazy. You are crazy. And so you guys know, actually, next week, I will have another person actually guest starring with me, which is my friend Tag. You've probably seen him in a couple chats around. He's been kind of hanging around in our kind of community recently. His name is Tagarung, which is actually from the Redwall series, for those of you who are book nerds. But he is going to cook with me next week. So that'll be pretty awesome. Hey Pink, how are you doing? Magic, why? Magic. Stop. Seriously. Quit throwing your biddies at me. But thank you, but still at the same. Why? I'm not being that interesting right now, I promise. It is good to see you though. I know that recently you've still been, well, I mean recently, I said like it hasn't been years, but I know you've been having problems with sleeping. Are you having any more luck with that? I'm not one to say much because my sleep schedule is shit, but knife you? That sounds wrong. So no. Alright, so we're going to throw this garlic into our sauce pot that we've got waiting over here. Let's get some oil actually heating up. So this recipe is fairly simple, but to be honest, I went with a simple recipe because I know at some point Wolfie and Ogre are both going to cut in. And I have ADD, so keeping track of things, not the easiest sometimes. Aww. Lurking around. I love you, wifey. 20 months. Jesus, that's crazy. What you making? Do I work from home? I do. I am actually a systems engineer. Oh, hey, Cabby. But I'm a systems engineer, and so I actually work from home. I am a huge nerd in all aspects. So I work in IT and play video games and dress like a 2000s Hot Topic kid, which I'm perfectly fine with. Get Wolfie? I don't know what he's doing right now. I could poke at him. He was helping with a shelf. I don't know if he's still helping with a shelf. Wolfie, you're being summoned. I'll see if he'll come out. Magic told me to summon you.
Nope.
You're not going to come on camera?
Nope.
Why are you being a bitch?
Because I can be. I look like hell.
You don't look like hell. I get all dressed up, and so he assumes he has to dress up, apparently. Yeah, this is a Wolfie. There you go. He'll make a minor appearance. No, it's fine. I'm not gonna force people. I never force people on camera, except for Rue. I'll force her on camera. It's Rue. But there you go. That's a Wolfie. Accurate, he can be. Wolfie looks wonderful. Yeah. He's got one hell of a beard, but he's like, quarantine. I haven't taken care of all my shit. Thank you for gifting the sub, Magic. Welcome back in, Cabby. By the way, if you guys didn't notice, they've only changed, I think, on the bits. I don't think I changed any. He doesn't look like hell now. I don't think I changed any of my regular emotes, but this is one of my favorite ones that we now have. I think it's at the. I tried to put it kind of low on the bits list, but great hat, yeah. Yeah, that is one of my new emotes. You can see it up on the screen as well. So I have a Chef Cthulhu. Funnily enough, who happens to be making pizza. I went with the easiest thing that it would be to draw. I also, if you check your Bitter Twitch TV emotes for my particular channel, I have what's called Pop Cthulhu, which is my Cthulhu from my emotes that's actually doing the Pop Cat face, which I love. Yeah. That's a cute emo. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. My emo artist is fucking amazing. Like, if you guys ever need emotes, man, Pingy's the person that goes here. 24 hours. 24-hour return on 3 emotes. It's crazy. By the way, just so you know, I'm actually shredding cheese right now while the oil's getting hot. Not hot enough. But I'm just shredding some cheese. Yeah, that's my Pop Thulu. I love it. You only need 6,000. Yeah, I don't have a ton of emote slots, so I had to put that a little bit higher. Do you watch Lovecraft Country? No, but I've been told I need to watch that. I do absolutely love Cthulhu. I don't love Lovecraft, but because he's kind of a jackass, actually, if you guys ever look into his history. A really big jackass. The unfortunate thing is sometimes the things that people create are amazing, despite what an asshole they are. And his works have taken on a life of their own, so I don't have to love Lovecraft. Also, quite a few people from his estate actually donate to things that he didn't like. No! Magic? No. I put the pop emote up that high because I wanted to be able to use it, but I wasn't expecting anybody else to. Like the stuff the Mythos created. Same. I love Eldritch horror stuff. In fact, in my board game collection, which I've scoped over a couple of times with you guys, I have a ton of Eldritch horror stuff. Cthulhu's amazing. Just unfortunately, the person that first brought him to life is kind of a douchebag. But there's a whole bunch of stuff where that kind of comes into play, isn't there? Unfortunately. I think I've got my music working again. We're gonna try this. We'll see. Yeah, do yourself a favor. Look up Lovecraft at some point to learn what kind of a douchebag he was. But like I said, Cthulhu's kind of transcended past him. Thankfully. His acid trip has become something better. Okay, so I need 1.5 cups of mozzarella. We need to check, is our oil glistening? Look at that, our oil's glistening nicely. Let's go ahead and throw a garlic in there. So we're just trying to soften the garlic. Arkham Horror, yes, I have Arkham Horror. I love it. Mansion of Madness is one I don't have, but I have friends that have it. And when you have like a friend group that plays board games, there's no point in all of you owning everything. So that's why I never bothered to get it, but I do love Mansions. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Move that from heat just so it can soften as opposed to fry. Mansions of Madness. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's one of those build out the board as you go kind of games. Has some amazing creatures. I play in all of those Fantasy Flight games like that. They have all the same character base. If you ever noticed, like Arkham Horror, Mansions of Madness, and what are the other ones? Eldritch. I have all of them. I think I'd fucking know. But anyways, in all of them, they have like the same base of characters, and I always play the old lady who's a nanny. Like a nanny archivist type, and I punch Starspawn in the face, and I win. Friend has the entire wall dedicated to board games. I have an entire room. Not to flex. No, that's because I don't have kids, and therefore my board games and my role-playing games are my kids. Yeah, Agatha is her name. They call from the other room. Agatha, get some. I do have Gloomhaven as well. Yeah, if we're waiting, I'll take you guys and show you. Although I have more Legos now. Dink is the fucking way. You were correct. I'm gonna show you guys something that Torvy and Kaiser tried to buy me this week, which I may just have to stream. Do you see this motherfucker? Holy shit. Yeah. So that's a Lego treehouse. Torvy bought it for me randomly. Because I said something about, man, I should go get that before it goes out of print. And then at the same time that he decided to buy it, Kaiser also sent me stuff to get it. So this is a 3,000 pound a piece monstrosity that is larger than my torso. So to say thank you to Torvy, maybe I'll make like pancakes one morning and fucking start building on that. Sounds like Torvald. It's most definitely a Torvald thing. People have been really fucking generous this week, and I don't know how to deal with it. It's really weird. I appreciate it, but I don't think you guys understand the level. I mean, when I say usually I'm the one that gives things. I'm not used to this. Hi, husband, who also won't appear on cam. Anyways. Alright, so our garlic's got a little bit of color. It's good. So the next thing we need to add is some tomatoes. But yeah, Torvald did that, and Kaiser at the same time was like, hey, you said it was on sale, and sent me money to fucking get it if I wanted. And I said something about Kaiser doing this and that I was going to strangle him, to which Torvy said, don't order it. And that's how I found out that both of them had done so. Sometimes this community is crazy. Like, do y'all understand that? Yeah, magic. I wonder. Oh, another thing. Let me throw this in, and then I gotta show you guys this. So, I'm gonna add to the pot these are my crushed tomatoes. Plop. Love that. Alright, so we've got some crushed tomatoes going in there. We'll rinse that so I can recycle it. I need to get some tomato paste in there. P.S. if you guys have never seen it, if you have the opportunity to get this kind of tomato paste, the majority of the time recipes call for like a tablespoon or whatever, and they want you to get a can. And you go get a can, and then it ends up going bad. Whereas this, once I'm done, I can just put that back on and it's good. So you ever get something that requires tomato paste, do that for yourself. It'll last a lot longer. All right, I need a 1/4 tablespoon of sugar. Let me get my measuring stuff off here. And this is, once again, a sugar substitute. This is monk fruit. I do not use sugar in anything because I can't. Also for keto, you have to. Aw, Pink, thank you for the sub. P.S. if you guys have not, Pink is actually working on her way to get to affiliate. And she is an absolutely sweet person with the most gorgeous hair. So you guys should go give her a follow. I posted her on my Twitter earlier this week. So if you did from there, thank you so much. If you don't mind now, please, 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 go help her out. Get her to affiliate. She's an absolutely sweet person. Okay, so I just added salt, pepper. I gotta add the basil and oregano. For note, I'm using sweet basil. I think it tastes better. Oh, look. Hi, Coffee Giant. Hey, you can see your face for a second. Dun, dun, dun. You can just put it on the counter.
Okay.
Thank you.
P5 from I brought coffee for your Tom Tom. I'm workshopping it.
Yeah, you better. Hi, Coffee Giant. Yeah, he brought me cold brew. God damn it. Thank you guys, though. Yeah, Pink is a really sweet person, so definitely go follow. All right, I threw a little bit of red pepper flakes in there because I wanted to, and then oregano. I need to switch this. When I used to do catering, this was our oregano. Most home cooks don't go through this much oregano. So, I need to switch that to something a little easier to work with. Anyway, let's get this, and then I want to show you guys something that came in the mail. I believe last week. I had to skip stream last week because there was just a lot of things that happened. Had a lot going on. So I apologize for that. Tried making pizza crust with cauliflower. Yeah, okay, so the thing about cauliflower, what you have to do is you have to get like cheesecloth, if you know what that is, which is, it's this stuff. It's very thin, like, fabric stuff. You have to get that and you have to squeeze the unholy hell out of the cauliflower because it will be soggy. Cauliflower is always fucking soggy. That's why instead I'm going for an almond flour on this one. Torby! I showed off your Legos. Because you're insane. Anyways. So yeah, our pizza sauce is just going. I feel like this is too thick. I'm going to add a little bit of water. I know this is supposed to be a thick sauce, but I also happen to know with my husband that I need to go a little bit thinner. So we'll let that go. But hi, Torby. Okay, so while that is simmering, I want to show you guys this. So, on Valentine's Day, I said screw it and actually did a donation stream where I had to eat a fuckload of celery. Thanks, guys. So, on that day, I actually said that I was going to donate to Great Plains SPCA. So, we actually got a thank you letter from them. Why did my camera get so dark? That's weird. Hi, camera. What's up? Give me a second, guys. Let me see what's going on with that. That's funny, because I have a light literally on me. Huh. I'm going to restart the camera really quick. Anyways, so they gave us a donation card. I'll just keep talking while I try to fix this. They gave us a donation card, and color space is correct. Why did that happen? Like, you can't even see me right now. I promise my lights didn't go out. We're gonna unplug and plug back in. Camera hates the light. Yeah, apparently. So give me just a second, guys. The source is gonna cut out. We're gonna refresh it. But anyways, so yeah, they sent me a thank you card. I'll read the thank you card here in a second. Did it just auto adjust? It probably did, but why doesn't it go back? That's my question. Huh. And now it's not picking up at all. I'm going to turn down the sauce while I screw with this because I don't want it to boil over. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. We're going to switch sources real quick. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Weird. I need to get my laptop moved to a space where you guys don't have to see the top of my head when I'm messing with it. It's afraid of the card. It is. How dare you show gratitude. Anyways, so the card says, Dear Kayla, thank you so much for your generous donation to the Great Plains SPCA. Donors like you make a big difference in the lives of our shelter pets. We're grateful and humbled by your support. Thanks, Tam Sigan, I think. Tam Singer. Anyways. But yeah, it means a lot that you guys helped me out to be able to do that donation. So thank you guys so much. But yeah, so that was sent in, and I believe that we'll put our name up on the donor board, which I don't know if I want to put like my name necessarily. So I was debating a different name, but I don't know what to put. So I may have to think on that. Thanks for organizing. No problem. I will always organize for the aminals. Always. Okay, so now that this has come to a simmer, go ahead and put the lid on that. You did nothing. You guys have always supported me. Even if you didn't give money during that stream, if you hung out, even if you weren't able to make it, you've always been supportive as hell. So I'm appreciative of it altogether. So there you go. Okay, so this is going to simmer up for a bit. The longer I let this simmer, obviously, the better this will get. But in the meantime, what we need to do is go ahead and get the crust going for our pizza. So, obviously, a pot with a lid on is probably not going to be that interesting to watch. So, let's switch back to our prep cam over here. By the way, the next thing I'm going to work on getting for the stream together is I'm going to make a bunch of different screens. So like where we can make just the prep cam, the main cam, and switch down to the cam, like so that these two spots are switched. Or possibly where it's just the prep cam or it's just the kitchen cam, etc. So I'm going to work on like trying to get some new setups for that. You guys will be able to switch it. I'm going to set commands so that you guys can actually pick which layout you'd like best for cameras. Which I think, get yourself killed in DVD. That's how the game plays. Have fun. Hope your games go well. Hope your tea bags are plenty. Unless you're playing killer. Unless you're Ghostface. Anyway, so we're going to put my hair up because we're going to mess with some dough. What kind of crust am I using? It's actually up on the, no, other way. It's up on the screen. It's called the Fathead Crust, so it's going to be an almond flour. In the main recipe, they talk about using a coconut flour, but if you scroll down a little bit, it actually says that you could instead substitute it for almond flour, so that's what I'm doing. I don't have coconut flour. However, in trying some keto recipes recently, I did have almond flour left. And I was like, much as I love you guys, I hate buying an ingredient that I don't know necessarily I'm going to use again. So I'm just going to go with the one I have. So let's get our mixing bowl out. And then, yeah, for toppings, we are going to do white mushrooms. And then this is deli fresh pepperoni and ricotta, which I thought sounded pretty good. But this is the pizza crust that I saw like a lot of people saying is one of the better ones to use. I've never used it. You use so you do the fathead one too? Okay. Yeah, I've never used coconut flour in my life. Like, I'm not even sure how it works. Wow, I have this like a unicorn horn curl right now. It's okay. All right. So we are going to combine shredded cheese and cubed cream cheese. I had not cubed that, so let's go ahead and get that going. I'm just going to use my garlic knife because who doesn't like garlic and crust? So I don't think it's a big deal. What we're doing is 2 tablespoons. Okay, so how many ounces go into a tablespoon? Okay, 2 tablespoons is 1 ounce. If you guys never noticed, if you have this kind of cream cheese, they actually have ounce markers on the back, kind of like they do with butter. So, I'm going to cut an ounce of cream cheese. Tried to use fathead pizza religiously when doing keto. I did not know you did keto. Look at you. All the things we're learning about Torvi today. When did you do keto? Okay. So that is our 2 tablespoons of our cream cheese. Let me give this a stir real quick. Okay. Why did you stop? I know a lot of people actually who have stopped keto, but I know some people who have had some great results with it. Like I know somebody who has been doing it for like 3 years, lost half of their weight. Okay, so we need 1.5 cups of mozzarella. P.S. Mozzarella is apparently like your everything if you do keto, which I find funny. And the other thing about mozzarella is shred your own, if you can help it. A couple of years ago. Cool. The thing about mozzarella, if you get like brick cheese, it's just cheese. If you get shredded, they have a non-caking agent. A lot of times it's potato starch or cornstarch, etc., that keeps your cheese from clumping up when it's in a bag, in case it gets a little bit warm or whatever. So if you use that, a lot of times you're adding that to your recipe. So you want to make sure that you are shredding your own. I actually found that out from a friend who was allergic to potatoes. That a lot of shredded cheese like that has potato starch. Low self-control combined with toxic people shitting on me constantly. Well, if you ever wanted to try it again, I'm down for helping you figure out like recipes and such. I used to do dietary aid before at one of my jobs. Never heard of he had, okay, this guy, no shit. This guy had the weirdest list of allergies. Like, not green peppers, but the other colored peppers, which, by the way, are the same thing. They're just different varieties of doneness when they get harvested, but he was okay with green peppers. But like red, yellow, orange, he couldn't have. He was allergic to eggs. He was allergic to potatoes, gluten. No, just wheat flour. Not gluten, just wheat flour. There's a couple other things. Oh, I want to say pork. It was a meat. I think it was pork. This guy basically, I was like, so you can eat air? Like, he was allergic to like everything. You might actually want to do it again, figure out things for the truck. You know, the one genius thing about keto is how many meal preps there are. Like, you could do so many fucking meal preps with it. The one horrible thing is trying to eat out keto is fucking bad because in America, like I said, there's so many places we just fucking hide sugar. Which, being a person now that has to keep like a low, it's called the low glycemic index, which means low blood sugar. It's pretty fucking hard because when I have too much sugar, basically I get flu, is what it feels like. And sometimes I'll eat at a place not thinking about, oh, they probably hid sugar in this bread or whatever. And they did. Somebody worked in the restaurant industry. Hope he ate at home. Yeah, for the most part, he did. For the places. Basically, we go to like a Japanese restaurant or whatever and get rice. That was the other thing he was allergic to. Sorry, I'm just remembering now. Um, yeah, I was like, man, I don't know how you eat. Okay. So our tomatoes over here are getting a little overzealous. Calm down, buddy. I'm turning you to real low so you just simmer. Okay, so we started the melting on this. Need to mix this a little bit. So yeah, this is just our mozzarella and cream cheese mixture. Getting it a little bit mixed up, and then I need to microwave it for another couple seconds. Yeah, I always felt bad for him because I was like, man, you really can't go out to eat. Do you get more into cooking because of food restrictions? No, actually, I've been cooking since I was like 7 or 8. My mom and dad, I grew up pretty broke, which I've mentioned before. My mom and dad were always working, and I was the only female in my family, but my brothers were like 10 years older than me. So by the time I was like 8 or 9, 2 of my brothers had moved out, and I only had me and my other brother who was only a year older than me. And he had no interest in learning how to cook or anything like that. So basically it was either sometimes you didn't eat or you learned to cook. So kind of a necessity at that point. So like one of the first things I learned to make was mac and cheese with tuna fish. Very Midwestern thing, but still to this day one of my favorite things to make. But I learned from that. And then my mom worked in the food industry. She was the lunch lady at my school during school year, and during the summer worked at a Boy Scout camp, actually. Was one of the chefs and stuff. And, well, I say chef, cook at that point, right? But when she was there, at the age of 13, basically it was, you get a job here and try to help pay bills, because we were broke. Anything I wanted, period, I would have to earn in some way. Because my parents weren't giving me an allowance. We didn't have the money for it. Like, we lost our house and all of this stuff. So basically, at that age, I got a job at 13, working at this Boy Scout camp, cooking. So I did that, but first I started doing dishwashing, and then I moved into cooking. So basically, I was kind of in the food industry for a long, long time. But I worked at a hotel doing stuff. I worked as a sous chef at a restaurant. Like I've done a bunch of that stuff, kind of moving up in the food industry, and then I noticed that it's a whole lot of work for not a whole lot of payoff when it comes down to it. So I kind of said, screw it, and got into IT, which was the other thing I had interest in, because I got my first computer when I was 9 and was on what's called bulletin board services, which were the precursor even to dial-up. So kind of switched then, but I've always loved cooking. I used to watch cooking shows growing up. Like, that was my favorite thing when I was a kid, like on PBS and stuff, watching cooking shows. All right, stir in the beaten eggs and our flour. So yeah, I've always loved it. I wouldn't have minded making a career out of it. Me and my husband used to run on the side a catering company. But it's so much, like, food, if you guys don't know, has like so little overhead that it's not an incredibly viable career path. Unfortunately. It's also incredibly stressful. Anybody who's worked in a kitchen long term or in a lot of kitchens can tell you that a lot of people that happen to work in food industry for a long period of time end up with addiction problems or just a horribly stressful life, which is sad, but unfortunately the truth. Okay. So we've got our almond flour here. We've added our almond flour. We've added our beaten eggs. This is our cheese. It's really hard to make it profitable. Yeah, because food, a lot of retail industries and stuff, like they have a 200% markup or whatever, but food, not so much. And then even if you did, it takes a lot to maintain. You've got so many tools and so many people you have to bring in and all that stuff. Like getting killed by a blight. I get it. Okay, if the dough is not fully mixed and becomes too hard, microwave for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get our baking pan out. Okay. And spread the dough onto a lined baking pan. Lined. All right, so we got to get some parchment paper out. Yeah, I would absolutely adore being able to make the kind of money I make in IT as a chef. But unfortunately, not a viable option. So it's do something I really like, which I do like cooking, but it's very stressful and everything. Or make some good money and do what I like when I want. And I made that decision. So. That's my slightly sad adult story. I don't think it's so bad, though. I could still, everybody eats, so it's not like I don't get a chance to cook and stuff. Note, if you're having a problem keeping your parchment down on your pad, whoop, oil it. Stays down every time. Anyways, all right. Spread the dough onto the lined baking pan. And we're going to try to get it down in thickness here. Thickness. God, this is so sticky. I don't think it's supposed to be this sticky. I feel like this is far too sticky. So we're going to add a little more almond flour. Try kneading this around a little bit more off of this parchment. Back into the bowl with you. But yeah, I would love if there was actually a viable way to do that kind of stuff. Like, do everything that you like and get paid for it the right way. But for anybody who works in food service, you are sorely underpaid. Period. Especially in the light of this pandemic and the fact that people have found out how vital it is because so many people don't cook. But criminally underpaid. See, it said to use 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, but I feel like it needs more. Like, do you guys see how sticky this is? So we're just gonna keep sprinkling until I actually have what seems like a dough. Ubi is the only way I can think of. Ubi. What you mean? This makes a lovely noise. Yes, Mark. See, it says to microwave it if it gets too hard, but what if it's just too sticky? Universal base, yeah. One of those dirty socialist terms or whatever. That would be about the only way. But then there'd be a whole bunch of jobs that people never wanted to do. I'm trying to knead it, but like, it just sticks to my hands. Did you ever have this problem, Torby? just feel like it's really, really sticky. You would love to be a cart boy. You know, one of my favorite jobs I ever had was actually working in a gas station. I have a lot of people that are like, you work at a gas station? Hell no, I had a good time working at a gas station. I loved it. Get to meet all kinds of interesting people and talk to them and stuff. I mean, we already have a whole bunch of jobs people don't want to do. Yeah, but at least if you're getting paid. You found wet hands far better for kneading it. Okay. I may have to wet my hands because, like, maybe you guys can see that, maybe you can't. It is getting better as I add more almond flour. But it's pretty sticky. And, like, I get the outside to where it seems like it's okay. And then I go to fold it to check the inside. It just gets sticky all over again. We're going to try wetting our hands. But yeah, I worked at a gas station for about 6 months. Of course, I was working it with 2 other jobs, so maybe I'm looking back on it fondly because it was the easiest of the 3 jobs that I was working at the same time. But, like, it was great. All these people coming in, you know, and different people and stuff. Like, you get yelled at sometimes by the people who are buying smokes because they'd always get mad when you were trying to ask for, like, ID, but I love talking to people. I think especially with this pandemic, I have discovered how much I miss talking to people. Oh, that's a lot easier. Thank you, Tori. All right. This actually seems like a dough, and it's not sticking as badly to my hands. Torby with the tips here. All right. So we've got a nice ball here. I'm going to throw down some almond flour underneath just to discourage a little bit of the sticking here. Plop. Okay, and then it said the best way to do this is with a rolling pin and another piece of parchment. So we're going to try that method. See how it works. So rocked about bartending. Yeah, see, and I used to do a little bit of bartending stuff. I love doing that too. Yeah, in theory it could be great, like, but there's so many jobs that so many people, and yes, I know there's jobs now that people don't want to do, but you know, you pay hazard pay or things like that, and people become a little more apt to do it. So I don't know. In theory, sounds like an interesting way to do it. Okay, so we've just got a parchment that I've laid over this. I'm just flattening it here. We're going to move our pan spray here, and I'm going to move the camera back just a little bit so I have a little more room to work with. Oh, what's a cart boy? You retrieve carts at a shopping market, I assume, supermarket. Pink, by the way, is from Canada. So. So I like thin crust pizza, so I'm going to see if I can get this thin. This stuff is not easy to work with. Also, my pan is spinning on me. If you have that problem, put the survey down. Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing in Canada. Here in America, we have like guys that will go retrieve the carts from outside because you have a little cart corral. And there will be people that go retrieve those carts outside. And that is what Laffy is referring to. You can get it pretty thin? Okay. We'll just keep working on it then. Of course, my rolling pin is too large. with this pan. But we're going to work on it. Butt that doesn't even make sense. Pre-butt thin. I don't know what pre-butt is. But apparently it's not thick. A bit of a stretch. Yeah, a little bit. Hey, pan spray. Come back here. Since my rolling pin is a little bit too wide, I feel like there is a long list of jobs, though, that people would love to do, but it's just what you get paid for them doesn't make it viable. And cartboy might be one of them. Sometimes you have to be realistic and remember that you have bills to pay. Yep. Hard to do with depression. It definitely is. I get it, Cabby. Although you're about done with... Yeah. Like, you're getting to the point where you actually are going to be getting more into, like, a professional line, right? Or am I wrong? But yes, depression definitely kicks everything up a notch to make it more interesting. This is a well-formed pizza, isn't it? We're going to shape it a little bit. This is a pretty thin pizza, though, if I do say so. Kinda, yeah. Oh, is something going on? Thought you were getting close. So, ooh, and Laffy, are you ready for your next interview? How's that going? Next spring. Nice. Well, because you're going into IT as well, right? Look at that. That almost looks like I knew what I was doing when I made a circle. I mean, ignore this part, but like this kind of looks like I knew what I was doing. I was thinking about trying to roll this out and make a crust, but you know what? We're going to cut our losses here. And we're just going to roll this up a little bit so that we kind of have a crust. Like an edge here. Because you kind of want an edge to keep in like sauce and such, you know? So let's just do ourselves a favor. Cybersecurity. Hey, it's a good field. Funnily, so during the week I actually mentor some high school girls on STEM. Well, mine is for the financial industry because I am in the financial industry like my company is. But I'm the STEM representative for teaching females to get into a career in IT. And we actually had one of the girls that was very interested in cybersecurity, which is weird. A lot of times you don't think like a 14-year-old's going to care about that kind of thing, but they do. Okay. I think that looks like a pizza crust. It's very thin. Okay, poke a lot of holes to prevent bubbling. So let's get our toothpicks out. Waiting to hear back for the next date and studying note cards. Yes, Anki. Yeah, if you guys have never used it, Anki is amazing. It's like flashcards that you create yourself. I had to use it for certification. Yeah, my job actually, I have kind of project-based is a lot easier with depression, I've found out. Because if I'm having a really bad day. I just know that I need to catch up, which does add some added stress, but at least it's not like today I can take my day. You know, and my job is project oriented. It says bake for 6 minutes. We're going to try this 6 minutes and just keep an eye on it. Because I made it really thin. Hey Google, set timer for 6 minutes.
6 minutes, and that's starting now.
You're starting now. All right. In the meantime, we can get our mushrooms prepped. It'll go on the pizza. Hi, Coffee Giant. Everybody say hi to Coffee Giant. Yeah, cybersecurity, man, if you are willing to keep up with stuff, though, you'll have a job forever. It's a good career. And yeah, Pink's right. Keep up with it. You got it. See, isn't she sweet? Okay. Let's just rinse these mushrooms, and I've got a paper towel. Coffee regular person. Y'all just gonna have a height conversation again? I'm not short, okay? I'm just drawn that way. Yeah, you really gotta workshop that line. I just hear smart ass comments from the other room. The amount of code that goes into... Oh, yeah, developing a kernel? Yeah. We're not tall, you're all short. Okay. Okay. Let's not play the numbers game and talk about how many people are closer to my height than yours. Okay. So yeah, I'm just thin slicing these mushrooms. Why do the sharp people call me? Yeah, yeah. Hi, Wolfie from the other room. So I'm debating what to make when I have my friend Tag on next week. I'm not entirely sure yet. File systems, yes. File systems are a bitch. Apache especially, which is the one I work with a lot. Actually, almost everywhere I've worked with is fucking Apache. Fun thing is I've actually been at work. I'm not going to get too far into this because I know people who don't do IT, like, this is boring as shit. But I've actually been delving into a bunch of the security stuff because we're working on switching antiviruses, and I am setting policies and definitions. Woo! I sound interesting. Chicken wings? Okay, Cabby. Take care. Hopefully, birthday goes well. Happy birthday to your dad. I really wanted to say happy birthday to the ground because my dad's on a cell phone. Because that's how ADD connects things. But I'm being nice and not saying that. Also, that's a stupid song, and I'm dating myself by referencing it. Definitely still referencing it, though. As much as I like Butt King about it. Butt King. Let us all praise his royalty, the Butt King. Andy Sammer. I'm on a boat. Why were those guys so stupidly fun? Like, I don't... almost a part of me that's ashamed at how many lyrics I know of their songs. Especially the stupid ones like Jack Sparrow. Why the fuck do I know that song? Oh yeah, you did put it wrong. I did say Sandberg, right? Sandberg. Okay, now it said if you get some bubbles to pull it out and then with a toothpick to pop it. So there's a couple places where it's popping up. I would show you guys, but I don't want to pull it out of the oven for too long. So I'm just poking a couple more holes just so we can keep it flat. Their songs are catchy. They really are. I'm on a boat, changed my life. What, did you go get a nautical themed pashmina pashmina Afghan? You went to the store to get food for your kitty? Okay. Thank you for the lurk. Also, give your kitty a pet. I will not stand for people not petting their cat. I said it right. Okay. I was making sure. Boat like Leo. You know, if you think about it. Hey Google, cancel. They also did that song about, you know, this is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. That one. They kind of have a thing for boats, huh? And then, name was Lonely Island. I guess it makes sense, huh? Oh my God, mind blown. Okay, like I said, we're just gonna keep an eye on this. Okay, they said cook it for 6 minutes, poke holes where there's bubbles, bake for another 3 to 7 minutes. That's a long range. Hey Google, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, and that's starting now.
It was busting 5 knots. Yep. Last night I saw a film. Yep. I mean, you could always go back to the classic, like Dick in a Box as well. Me and my friends still quote those fucking songs. They're so dumb. Why? Why are we quoting them? I don't know. All right, so we've got our pizza crust going. I should probably let's go do a cam check on our sauce over here. See how it's doing. Let's unplug my phone. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this is our sauce. Oh, it's nice and thick. Thankfully, turning up the bottom, there's no black or anything. It's just, that is like 4 C's thick. That's okay. So, we'll let that finish going until we're ready to put it on the crust. Just sit with our mushrooms here. Oh, so I found these stupid ass meme songs. I sent them to Laffy, had him listen to them on his stream. Have you guys ever heard the She Stole My Broccoli casserole recipe song? Because, look it up. Guy has an amazing voice, and he's just reading like stupid arguments people have had on the internet. Fucking great. Because this is what I do with my life, is watch meme shit on the internet, right? Like, that's all of us. I feel like that's been my life for the past year. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all's locations. I am finally getting my fucking vaccine. Finally scheduled for it. Of course, I'm doing the 2-stage one. So, I have to wait a month. That's okay. It started. Imagine watching meme shit on the internet. I know, right, Torby? I could play a song right now that's on my Discord. Just saying. Tori made a remix. It's amazing. Hey Google, cancel. Yeah, who knew, right? Yeah, Tori made a song. If he decides to share it, that's up to him. But Tori made a song and played it for Wolfie over here, and he lost his shit. It's pretty great. A short person thing. You're trying real hard with that, aren't you? Real hard. I am above average height for a female. Thank you. All right. We are nicely browned here, people. Are you heading out?
I needs to go down the road.
Oh, you're gonna just leave?
Well, I was gonna say bye. You're gonna make me go. You're gonna make me. God damn it. Fine.
Let her.
Take care.
All right.
I'll let you know when I get home.
Text me.
Will do.
I am above average height for a dwarf. Yeah, you are, Kane. Anyways, so we've got our pizza here. I think our crust looks really good. We're gonna keep the treve here. Yeah, Wolfie's headed out. He's got to get back down to his home. Love your outfit. Aw, Mario. Thank you. How are you? Have I Ilta? Yeah, time-wise, that would be right? Ilta? Muska. Anyways, so we've got our crust. I think it looks pretty good, right? Like, not perfect. I think it looks pretty good. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put our sauce on. So I'm obviously going to have sauce left. Apparently this exists pretty well, so that'll be pretty good. Just so you guys know, if you didn't, I need to get any phrasing, just so you guys know. Anyways, one of the tips with saving stuff like this, let it come to room temp, throw it in the fridge, and then throw it in the freezer. You'll avoid as much condensation, which causes bitter flavors. If you've ever thrown something like that was hot directly in the fridge, that's what your problem was. Probably when you went to go reheat it or remake it or try it again later. Yeah, if it's warm, it can cause condensation, and that can most definitely make something bitter. So we've got a good bit of that. What if you like bitter flavors? You do you, Torby. I would never dream of telling you what to do. Alright, so I shredded some more mozzarella. It's not going to need much because the dough is mozzarella. Doing good? Yeah, it's evening. Sounded good too. Aw, thank you. You can go see Hen Hen. Give her a hug for me. And then have her give you a hug from me as well. Going to bed now? Take care, Magic. Hopefully your games weren't horrible. Thank you again for the donations that you don't need to do, yet somehow you feel compelled. I appreciate it all the same. But I hope sleep actually works for you, because I know that is a treacherous position for you. Okay, so we're not putting much of the mozzarella on here. I do, however, have Parmesan, so I'm going to get that out. If you guys didn't see before, this is my completely full cheese drawer. So I have plenty of cheese to choose from. But we're going to go with some shredded Parmesan as well. Like I said, it doesn't really need much cheese. The dough is cheese. So, but I want a little bit. So there's our cheese. For our next keto ingredient, I went to my deli and actually had them fresh slice me some thin pepperoni. So this is like deli pepperoni. Instead of going to get like some shitty like Hormel. If you guys are in America, you know what Hormel is. It's like a shitty brand. We're just going to put some good pepperoni on there. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'm going to throw in there. We're just going to put whatever I want on this pizza, right? Behold the power of cheese. Yeah, it makes a pizza. Alright. Put a couple mushrooms. I probably made way too many mushrooms, but that's okay. I throw mushrooms in a lot of shit. So, I will just make sure the mushrooms go elsewhere. Grief. Hey, Taco. How are you? And I'm just tearing some sweet basil to put on top. This is a plant. If you guys have followed my journey ever with anything that is a plant, this will be dead in probably approximately 2 hours because I've now touched it. But we can hope, right? Another aside, if you guys did not know, tearing herbs like basil will cause the oils to release. Actually causes a better flavor. And my hands smell amazing. Like the look of the pizza? Thank you. Okay, so we got this. You know, I was going to put ricotta, but I'm thinking about it, and that might be a little too much cheese. I was going to make a lasagna. We'll just make lasagna with that. So instead, yeah, that sounds good. We're going to throw extra garlic on. Oh, you didn't? Yeah. Yeah, that's why, like before you, if you're just about to do something like with, say, a salad or something, and if you put herbs in it, do yourself a favor and rip them. The oils will leak out and it helps the flavor. Now, if you're going to cook something, you don't necessarily need to rip it, but I feel like it helps spread the flavor a little bit more. And I'm just throwing a few pieces of minced garlic on top, because how could you ever have too much garlic? Add cream cheese. I like cream cheese on pizza. I just ate a piece of garlic. I like cream cheese on pizza, but there's already some in the crust. You know what? We're gonna, just so this seals in, a little more mozzarella on top. And a little more Parmesan. I like to kind of seal the toppings on top of my pizza. I feel like it stays on better that way. So now, it says to just throw this in for a couple minutes, I think. I'm shocked I didn't get flour all over myself. I don't know how that happened. All right, so return the pizza for 10 minutes. Or return the pizza for 10 minutes. So, hey Google, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Okay, let's do some preliminary cleanup here. Like I said, we're gonna let our sauce, we'll actually take it off the oven because the oven surface is warm. We'll let our sauce cool down here. So I was debating I debated this last week and I'm still like on the fence about it. I think I should just fucking do it instead of talking about it all the time. But I keep debating talking to you guys about meal subscription plans. I've done a lot of them. Done 6 at this point. My most recent one right now that I'm trying out is Blue Apron. One of the more expensive ones that I kind of held back on. Because there's some that are pretty cheap, and almost all of them give you like a little introductory thing, right? Where you can like try them for a couple weeks or something, and they give you like a discount. Most of them it's like $15, but you have to buy 3 boxes, you know. So I decided to try that on Blue Apron this time. I've also done Home Chef. I've done a bunch of them. So, tried these. Nice tip jar, right? I know. It's amazing. There's a few little Cthulhus sitting in it. Anyways, I keep debating doing like a review and stuff, showing you guys what they're like. Right now I actually have, probably shouldn't crush ice while I have a mic right there, huh? Anyways, right now I have a free one to Blue Apron, like a free box for someone to Blue Apron. Y'all did a good job. Thank you. Yeah, credit where credit's due. Taco helped a lot with that. In fact, one of the main drivers on that. But anyways, so I keep debating doing this, and I just don't know if people find it interesting or if people want to try them. Would love for a review. You've been thinking about doing them for a while. Imagine not seeing the new tip. That doesn't sound wrong at all. Anyway. Hi, Sauce. Yeah, I don't mind doing a review on them. Like I said, I think I've done 7 of them now, 6 of them. Helping with closings is a lot of fun. That's not gonna work. And I can tell you which ones I think are the best for what reasons and stuff like that. Right off the bat, spoiler alert. If cost is not an object, then I would suggest this one, which is Home Chef. My light is too fucking bright. I'm just gonna fuck with my camera again. Let's see if I can do that. Home Chef? No. Fuck it, guys. I said it. It's Home Chef. I think is one of my favorite ones so far. But I have some ones that are cheaper and stuff. I have some ones that are better for like dietary restrictions, like reasons I like them better. I can show you what the process looks like. Like right now I actually have one left for Blue Apron. I break it down into these bags. They don't separate them for you. But this is lentils. It's a lentil meal. Comes with eggs. But yeah, you get all your stuff pre-portioned, stuff like that. They're really nice, but you do pay more. But to be honest, in the end, you're going to pay more for like delivery than you would for them. So there's a couple benefits. Plus it forces me to cook, because otherwise I'm like, I just wasted a lot of money. Okay, so going on this recipe, which is the Keto Crust, done. This recipe, pizza sauce, done. Now we're just waiting on our pizza to be done. I actually have a pizza pan, but give that a little bit longer. But yeah, I could actually do one of those. My thought process was I'm trying to stream more than once a week, which is difficult because this stuff takes a lot of prep, you know. But if I do those meal things, like they're pre-portioned for me, kind of ready, and I could do like an hour to an hour and a half long stream like during the week, it's not a big deal. So it's why I've been debating it. Hit you up about the dietary restriction one. You're starting to go, okay, so if you want Laffy, I will send you the link. Like I said, I have a free Blue Apron one, and they actually have two of the dietary restriction things that they're pretty good about. It's not keto. They won't go keto. So like if you're that level, forget this. But they will go low carb, and they also go funnily enough, they hook up with the Weight Watchers, which Weight Watchers actually tends to be low carb, low sugar as well. So you can actually kind of finagle between those two. Me, myself, like I'm not keto, but keto tends to have low sugar. So a lot of times I can just use the recipes that are from keto and go, haha, and you know, they double up for me. But if you want to try Blue Apron, I can give you a free box. Supposedly like free shipping, all that stuff. It's completely free for you to try this one. You can try it. It will be 2 servings. So, you haven't eaten a single carb in 3 years. Good for you. Let me show you. These are all, what's kind of cool is some of the places will actually give you like recipe cards like these. So these are all from Blue Apron. And they have like the amounts and everything listed down below. So you can actually go back and just purchase, like if it's not on their menu or whatever, or even if it was, you can go back and just purchase your amounts and actually like make the same meal if you liked it, which is nice. You technically don't need them. Your body makes the glucose you need, yeah. It's actually accurate. Carbs are a entirely indulgent thing. But I love bread. But yeah, I have liked the majority of the stuff we made. I took a picture and put this one up, which is honey teriyaki salmon. That was pretty good. Not low carb because it came with rice, but you could just skip the rice, and this would have actually been, well, skip the rice, and then what I would have done is in place of the honey, use some like monk fruit sweetener or something like that, and this would have actually been like low carb, almost keto level. So, now you want to see how long you use? I mean, go for it. You will get what's called Keto Flu at first, which is something you saw Carrie go through at one point. It's fucking horrible. You feel like you have the flu for 5 days because you're coming off of an addiction to carbs. You can do it though. But keto flu is fucking horrible. I go through it occasionally because since I am low sugar and I try to avoid a lot of carbs because of the glucose or the glucose effect that they have, I go into ketosis a lot. And that keto flu is not fun, and it's really fucking stupid because the second that you eat like a bite of bread, it's gone. 10 minutes later, it's gone. Felt so focused when you did. Yeah, actually, that is the thing. Carbs. They've done like studies or whatever, I guess, and carbs have a almost like tryptophan. If you know what that is, that's from turkey. It's kind of a relaxing effect. So, makes sense. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. You know, I don't want our crust to go over, but I think that looks pretty good. What do y'all think? Problem is I have ADD, so the only thing that really gets me focused is caffeine and Adderall. Both of which I'm on right now. Hey. Can I come over? I would totally have you over, Torby. You know, in a heartbeat. We're going to throw a few extra fresh basil. Because this also gives you kind of a depth of flavor, if you will. See, it'd look a lot prettier if you go up on the green side, Basil, when I throw you down on this pizza. Thanks, Google. Hey, Google, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Yeah, my Basil's like, let me flip over to the non-pretty side every time you drop me. Need like a pair of tweezers just to make sure my basil looks pretty. Okay. Will that fit? I think that'll fit on this cutting board. Just. This is, like I said, my first attempt at a keto pizza. I've had keto pizza, I've just never made one. This is so much cheese, guys. How crispy is that? Fairly crispy. All right. So this is our keto pizza. I think it looks pretty nice. Let me get my pizza cutter. Because I do actually have like a pizza cutter. Hey Andy, how are you? All right, let me get a plate to also put this on. Get a plate that I think will give us a lovely contrast with the colors. It's a stone plate. All right, guys, let's listen here. I'm gonna bend down so you can hear it. Okay. That sounds pretty crispy. Now I'm gonna go with smaller slices. Ooh. Nice. All right, guys. Probably use some coffee. Always. I had a coffee giant delivered to me. So guys, this is our keto pizza with fathead crust. I'm gonna just grab off 2 slices. We got a little bit of mozzarella pull, but I don't have a ton of cheese on here, so it's probably not gonna pull as prettily as it could because of that. I'll be honest though, we're gonna go with this instead for our final picture. Because the plate's just not as pretty, you know? Nobody likes seeing pizza on a plate. I mean, that's how I'm going to eat it, but... So, yeah. Keto pizza. Took us about an hour and a half. That's not too bad. And that's, of course, with me screwing around a little bit. So, I think I did well. Normally I'd take a picture right now, but I want to try it. You know, we'll just use a freeze frame from my stream, right? Can you mail me a slice? I need to put my pop-ups. I don't have my pop-ups on my stream. Thank you for the sub, Taco. I will attempt. I don't think it's going to go well. But yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and try it. We're going to go ahead and try it. Apologies to anyone who doesn't like mouth sounds. So the one thing I have to say, when you're like making keto bread, they almost always use like cream cheese and mozzarella, right? It does end up giving you like a bready texture. It's so weird, like how it combines. But this is actually really good. This is really good. You didn't hear any mouth sounds. Yeah, it's actually not that crispy. Here, you'll probably hear it here. Because that's the crust. I really like that. I think that's really, really fun good. You guys should definitely try this if you're trying to go low carb and everything. think this recipe worked out well. You don't have to make your own sauce like I did, obviously, just because it's for stream and stuff. And, you know, making this crust alone would have been like 20 minutes. But just make sure if you're trying to do, like I said, keto or low carb or whatever, the one thing to keep in mind is just no or low sugar on your pizza sauce and you'll be okay. So let me look around. I'm going to take just a quick second. See who we can possibly... Yeah, Rouse. I've actually heard of that one. So that is a good one to look for if you're in America. All right, so you would have reported me to Twitch. Nice. So I do see somebody I actually would like to raid. I see that Torvian chat. Fucking Lefty, I swear. I was thinking about raiding Lefty, but I think I want to make sure I'm spelling his name right. I'm horrible at this. Professional streamer. And good thing I looked because I wasn't. But we're gonna go raid Bazazu actually, because Bazazu's a really sweet guy from Lefty's community. Really, really sweet. So hopefully you guys will enjoy him. He also has like some amazing hair. Anyways, really sweet. Go ahead and follow. If you don't mind, also, I mentioned this earlier, I'm trying to help Pink Umbrella, Pink_Umbrella. I'll give her a shout out real quick. Should work, yep. So anyways, I'm trying to help Pink here go get affiliate. He does, actually. I love it. But anyways, I'm trying to help her get affiliate, so if you don't mind, if you haven't given her a follow, I would really, really appreciate it. If not, or other than that, let's go ahead and go say hi to Bazazu. Like I said, really, really sweet guy. Give him some love. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you next week. And like I said, I will have a guest with me. My friend Tag is coming along. Hopefully you guys had a good time, had a nice chat, and yeah. So I will see you next week. And maybe I'll try this week. We'll see. But take care and know I'm always here for you.